Hello, I'm Emerson Cabudol from Section A. I'm here to discuss Module 6 of Advocacy and Social Mobilization, specifically focusing on implementation strategies within the context of social and community mobilization. Social and community mobilization is a coordinated process that engages individuals, groups, and institutions to take collective action toward a shared goal. It connects grassroots energy with formal resources and decision making structures, shifting people from passive beneficiaries to active change agents. The core pillars of this approach are participation, ownership, empowerment, and sustainability. The ingredients of social and community mobilization align with the points of number one, stakeholder mapping, identifying influencers, vulnerable groups, gatekeepers, and allies. This is actually a very, very critical first step. Understanding the various stakeholders of a campaign, whether primary, secondary, and tertiary, is essential for effective targeting and engagement. Number two is evidence based messaging using local data, stories, and culturally resonant language ensures that the messages are relevant and impactful for a specific community. Multi channel outreach is employing various communication channels such as community forums, social media, radio, door to door campaigns, schools, and faith based venues helps to reach diverse segments of the population and maximize the reach of the message. Capacity building, training volunteers, peer educators, and local leaders, empowering them to become active participants in the mobilization effort. This strengthens their skills and enables them to actively contribute to achieving the goals of the campaign. And continuous feedback loops, implementation of the mechanisms such as community scorecards, hotlines, and focus groups, allowing for continuous monitoring and evaluation of the ACSM. Um, this helps in identifying gaps, addressing emerging needs, and making necessary adjustments to the strategies being employed. Continuous supervision at all stages is also key for the success. Let's break down those stages in the mobilization cycle. A situation analysis. This is the initial assessment stage. You need to understand the existing needs within the community, the barriers preventing progress, and the assets. Example assets are resources, skills, and existing initiatives. Then strategy design. Here, you plan your approach. It involves agreeing on specific, measurable objectives, defining the roles and responsibilities of different stakeholders, creating a timeline for activities, and establishing metrics to track your success. Resource mobilization is the stage, securing the necessary resources to implement the strategy. This includes financial resources, in kind contributions like goods, services, or facilities, and human capital, like your volunteers and skilled personnel. Implementation is where you put your plan into action. It involves rolling out activities, coordinating the actions of different stakeholders, and carefully documenting your progress. M&A, or monitoring and adaptation, is the stage that focuses on tracking your progress against established metrics. It's about identifying any problems or challenges, troubleshooting issues, and scaling up successful activities. The final stage is consolidation. It aims to make the changes sustainable. It involves institutionalizing the gains achieved, integrating successful initiatives into existing systems, and handing over ownership and responsibility to the community. Here's a brief explanation of some points on why it works. CSM fosters trust because solutions are developed collaboratively with the community rather than being imposed from the outside. This co creation process ensures that the solutions are relevant, acceptable, and sustainable, leading to greater community buy in and ownership. Community networks are highly effective at amplifying messages. Information spreads more rapidly and organically through these networks compared to traditional top down communication. Uh, this is perhaps because people are more likely to trust and act on information received from their peers and trusted community members. Peer endorsement and evolving social norms play a significant role in accelerating the adoption of new behaviors. When individuals see their peers and respected community members embracing a new behavior, they are more likely to follow suit. CSM builds resilience within communities by empowering them to take ownership of their own development. Empowered communities are better equipped to sustain action and continue progress even after external projects or interventions come to an end. CSM intentionally brings marginalized voices to the decision making table, actively seeking out and including these voices. CSM ensures that solutions are equitable and address the needs of all members of the community, not just the privileged few. Continuous monitoring of ACSM activities at all stages plays a critical role in its success. It helps in identifying the gaps and changing needs of resources and capacity building requirements at each stage of planning and implementation. It can be done through feedback mechanism and organizing regular meetings with the stakeholders, especially the community people. A strict evaluation system should be formulated to measure the impact of ASCM campaign. Activities can be monitored at all stages of the campaign. A proper feedback mechanism should be developed. It can be evaluated on the basis of the objectives and targets achieved within a specified time. The impact of the campaign should be measured at the national as well as local levels. Field surveys, in depth interviews, etc., can be used as tools for evaluation. The Population Council's Family Advancement for Life and Health program in Pakistan focused on increasing the use of family planning and reproductive health services. This is the case that is presented to us in Module 6, the Social Mobilization Strategy of 2011. The document outlines the communication, advocacy, and social mobilization framework for the Falah project, aiming to mobilize couples, families, and communities in 20 districts to adopt birth spacing as a means to improve their health and well being. The strategy also addresses improving access to quality services to meet their needs. The social mobilization strategy pertains to the Population Council's Family Advancement for Life and Health program in Pakistan. The context is the need to increase the adoption of family planning and reproductive health services in the country. The rationale behind the strategy is to improve the health and well being of women, men, and children by addressing obstacles to birth spacing. This involves mobilizing couples, families, and communities in 20 districts to embrace birth spacing as a means to improve their health and well being, while also ensuring access to quality services. The vision is empowered communities making informed reproductive health choices, and the goal is to create a conducive social environment that normalizes birth spacing and family planning. The strategy is designed to create an environment that promotes birth spacing by directly engaging with women and their husbands, as well as mobilizing support from key influencers and health providers within the community. The target groups for community mobilization are, let's set it's like primarily the married women of reproductive age and their husbands. This includes those currently practicing birth spacing, those not using contraceptives but with an unmet need, those with no current interest, and pregnant women. Secondary are providers in the public and private sector, including doctors, paramedics, LHWs, LHS, LHVs, FWWs, and other health service providers. Tertiary are influential members at the community level, such as senior family members, mothers in law, religious leaders, and elected leaders, etc. The strategy focuses on activities to support healthy timing and spacing of pregnancies, primarily amongst MWRA and their husbands, as this is the main target group and beneficiary. Advocacy and mobilization also target influential members to sensitize their attitudes and make them advocates for birth spacing. Core approaches: faith based messaging using Quranic references. This involves incorporating religious perspectives and references to align family planning with Islamic teachings, making it more acceptable within religious communities. Peer to peer education through community volunteers leverages the trust and influence of community members to share information and promote family planning practices. Interactive theater and edutainment. These methods use engaging and entertaining performances to convey key messages about family planning in an accessible and memorable way. Mass media like radio, TV, print, aligned with local dialects, utilizing mass media channels with messages tailored to local languages and cultural context helps to reach a wider audience and reinforce key messages. Community forums and couple counseling, providing platforms for open discussions and personalized counseling allows couples to address their concern, ask questions, and make informed decisions about family planning. Implementation framework: phase one is the mapping and stakeholder analysis. Phase two involves capacity building workshops. Phase three, the rollout of community sessions and media campaign. And lastly, phase four is the reinforcement and scale up across districts. Here's a summary of those communication materials. Friday sermon guides equip imams with the knowledge to incorporate family planning messages into their sermons. Talking points, booklets provide influencers with key arguments and information to advocate for family planning. Flip charts and pictorial brochures cater to low literacy audiences using visuals to convey information effectively. And radio jingles and testimonial videos use mass media to spread awareness and promote positive attitudes toward family planning. M&E, monitoring and evaluation. These methods are used to monitor and evaluate the impact of the social mobilization strategy. Pre and post CAP surveys measure changes in knowledge, attitudes, and practices related to family planning within the target communities. Routine service statistics track the uptake of family planning services, providing data on usage rates and trends. Community scorecards and feedback hotlines enable community members to provide direct feedback on the quality and accessibility of services. And finally, monthly review meetings at the district level allow program managers to assess progress, identify challenges, and make necessary adjustments to the strategy based on the data collected. Okay, the results suggest that Population Council's Falah program in Pakistan has been largely successful. The fact that 70% of the 15,000 religious leaders oriented delivered family planning friendly sermons indicates a significant shift in religious support for family planning. Reaching 1.2 million community members through educational sessions demonstrates a wide reach and potential for impact. The 8% point increase in modern contraceptive use in intervention districts suggests that the program has been effective in translating awareness into behavioral change. And finally, the increase in male approval of birth spacing from 45% to 67% is notable, as male support is often critical for the adoption of family planning practices. So together, these results indicate a positive shift towards a greater acceptance and utilization of family planning in the target areas. The FALA project provides more information on the program's frameworks available in our module. Thank you for your time and attention during this presentation. I hope the insights shared regarding the Population Council's FALA program in Pakistan, particularly the strategies outlined in the social mobilization strategy, were informative. I would also like to acknowledge the valuable information derived from our module ACSM, which helped shape our understanding of effective ACSM practices. Your engagement is greatly appreciated. Two questions are maybe found below this video. Thank you and see you in the next. Bye.